Good evening. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon sa lahat. Tonight, babasahan ko si Marga ng book. It's story time before matulog. So, dyan lang kayo. Before mag-melt. So, mag-story before mag-melt and matulog. Okay. Okay. The story is all about the Bible for children. Bible for children. Thanks to Ate Ivy sa book. God creates heaven and earth. It's from the Old Testament. It's all about the Bible for children. You listen to Mama, huh? Okay. Long time ago, there was nothing at all. Only darkness. Nag-read naman ako before na, pero ganahan ko na karon recorded na siya, no? Okay. Long time ago, there was nothing at all. Only darkness. What is darkness now? Hadlock? Scared ka sa dark. Okay, then God said, "Let be there light." And so, there was light, shining into the darkness. That was the end of the first day of God's creation. Next day, God carried on with His work, creating the heavens and the earth. Kasi create ni God ang heavens and the earth. Let there be a sky, he said. And so, there was a blue sky. You listen to Mama. There was a blue sky high above the earth. Then, it was the end of the second day, but mist still covered the earth. Listen, sa. So on the third day, God made dry land and appeared. Here her trees and the plants and flowers and grasses grow. Then on the fourth day, God made the sun to shine in the sky by day and the moon and the stars to shine at night time. On the fifth day, God made birds to fly. And sa made sa God ang birds para mag-fly in the sky. And the fish and animals is to live in the seas. On the sixth day, God made all kinds of animals to live on the earth. He made a man and called him Adam. Yes. He made a man. God made a man to live on earth and called him Adam. This is Adam. You listen to Mama B. He made a man and called him. Who is this?
Adam.
Very good. Again, God made a man and called him what? Who? Louder?
Adam.
Who made Adam? Si? Kinsa man?
Jesus.
Very good. Si Papa God, no? On the seventh day, you listen to Mama. On the seventh day, God rested. Nagpaway si God. He trusted Adam to look after all living things on earth. Then God made a beautiful garden for Adam to live in. It was called the Garden of Eden. What is the name of the garden? No, Garden of Eden. It was called the Garden of Eden. God made a beautiful garden for Adam to live in. It was called the Garden of
Eden.
Very good. While Adam sleep, you put your tanday. You listen to Mama. While Adam sleep, God created a woman. Adam would call her Eve. You listen ha. God created a woman. Adam would call her Eve. Unsay name sa woman? No. Kato man ang man. God made man called louder. God made man called kinsay ngalan? Si Adam. Si God. Mo bitaw. O sige. You listen. God created a woman called kinsay name niya? Eve. Adam and Eve. In the middle of the Garden of Eden stood a special tree. This was the tree of knowledge of good and evil. You can eat the fruit from any tree in the garden. God had told Adam, except from the tree of knowledge. If you do, you will die. Adam had never eaten the fruit, but one day a snake slithered down from the tree, ready to tempt Eve. Why not taste the fruit of this tree? It's his at her. You listen to Mama. Nag-read man si Mama of story. I love you to you listen. Giduka naman siya. Ay, wala na siya giduka. Isa? Kasi na kwarto. But one day, a snake slipped out. Why not taste the fruit of this tree? He's at her then. You will be as wise as God. Eve picked a fruit from the tree of knowledge. How delicious it tasted. She picked another and gave it to Adam. But instead of being happy, now they felt sad and ashamed because they had no clothes. They covered themselves with leaves from the fig tree. God saw that Adam and Eve had disobeyed him by eating the fruit from the tree of knowledge. They could no longer be trusted, and so they had to leave the Garden of Eden. God sent down an angel to see that they could never return. Now, Adam would have to work the land to grow his own food. Adam knew he could not work the land on his own. He was glad when he and Eve had two sons, Cain and Abel. Cain was the elder brother. He farmed the land and Abel looked after the sheep. In time, Cain made an offering to God of the first fruits of his work in the fields. Abel offered one of the first lambs from his flock. God was more pleased with the lamb because he knew Abel had given it with all his heart. He made Cain very angry. Cain was jealous of Abel. One day, as they were out walking, he hurled himself down on his brother and killed him. God saw that Cain had done and made him live in the land, never to return. God comforted Adam and Eve by giving them another son called Seth. Ang say name sa son ni Adam and Eve? Seth. You put down your feet para maklaro. Are you done? Pamina ni Mama. Listen ni Mama ba? Listen ni Mama. Natulog na ka na? Ha? Natulog na ka? Itarong mo. Gamitin sa...
Basta na yung undan na, dili kumanginan basta na yung undan. Sa wala yung undan,
You put down your feet kay para dili ma.
hindi ko.
Okay. Asa na ta? Wait. God comforted Adam and Eve by giving them another son called Seth. And from this son, all the people on earth would be descended. Noah and his family. Hundreds of years passed. No. Listen, Marga. Hundreds of years passed. More people live on God's earth. But, listen, Marga. Listen to Mama ba? Hey, lie down. What's that? Okay na ka?
Yes.
You listen. Hundreds of years passed, more people lived on God's earth. But all was not well. There was so much wickedness. God felt sad that He had created human beings at all. He looked around to find one good man. His name was Noah. Say name niya?
Noah.
God told Noah, I must destroy everything that is bad in the world, otherwise the world will be spoiled by evil and wickedness. To do this, I shall send a great flood, but you, Noah, will be saved. Kinsa ang ma-save?
Noah.
Okay. I want you to build an ark of a strong wood for yourself and your family, big enough to take two of every kind of animal. Noah did all that God asked him. Not long after the ark was finished and all the animals were on board, it began to rain.
Oh, hi.
Sige na. For 40 days and 40 nights, it rained without stopping. The ark stayed afloat. Then I will look at the ark. Ano siya? Ark. Ano ang sakyan ni Noah ang family of sa animal. Okay, pwede mo suga sa flood. No? Look at this. Na sila malumos. The waters covered the highest mountains. Every living thing on earth perished. Plants, animals, and people. Then God sent warm winds which began to dry up the waters. Noah sent out a raven but did not return. Then he sent out a dove. At first the dove came back. Noah tried again, and the dove returned with a leaf in its beak. So Noah knew the flood. Marga, listen, Marga. Listen ba? Wala ay, basta mag-question ko rin. Dili gani ka ka-answer na. Kaya wala ka nag-listen. So Noah know the flood. Ha? ka? Okay. Unsa man akong story about ka? About ni? About ni? Ni?
Jesus.
About the Jesus. Okay. So no one knew the flood levels were going down. Soon he was able to bring the ark safely to dry land. All the animals were able to leave the ark. Listen, Marga. You listen. What's this? Oh, what animal is this?
Lion.
How about this one?
Horse.
How about this one?
Zebra.
Giraffe.
Giraffe.
How about this one?
Elephant.
How about this one?
Bird.
How about this one? What is this?
Pating sa kainit. Dalawa.
Very good. Ang tawag ani kay R.
R.
Ano siya guys? So, anak ko ni.
Nakatunan gid nako.
Oh, nakatunan jud nimo ka very good. Abi nako wala ka nag-listen ni mama while nag-story. Mo ni siya ang art. Abi nako wala siya naminaw. So akong ipa-identify niya ang mga animals. Abi nako wala siya naminaw. So let's continue. Kami. Ingat po. Sige na, after mag-read ni mama ang story, mag-inom ka o.
Milk.
So God told Noah, you may leave the ark too. I will never again send such a flood to destroy the earth. Look up to the clouds and see the sign that I will keep my promise. Noah and his family looked up to the sky. They saw a beautiful, what's this?
Bird.
No, this one, the color ba?
Rainbow.
What? Louder.
Rainbow.
Okay. Noah and his family looked up to the sky. They saw a beautiful. Wait, listen ba? What's this? Noah and his family looked up to the sky. They saw a beautiful. What's this?
Rainbow.
What?
Rainbow.
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 You pronounce properly. What's this?
Rainbow.
What's this one? What is this?
Sheep.
Ark.
Heart.
Very good. The descendants of Noah and his family spread out towards all parts of the earth. When they came to a place called Shinar, they thought it was so beautiful that they decided to settle there. They began to make bricks to build a city. They also thought they would build a tower so high that it would reach the sky. Then they would be famous all over the world. What's this? It's
The house.
the tower.
Tower.
God was sad about the people building a tower just to become famous. He also knew that they could only do this work because they all spoke the same language and could understand each other. So, God made the people speak different languages, and the building of the tower had to stop. In time, it became known as the Tower of Babel. Babel meaning a model of different languages. Then God sent the people to live in other land on the earth. God had punished people for their ambition and sinful pride. The story was all about Noah and his family. The story was all about Noah and Noah and his family. Come here. One more story. One more story na.
Okay, mommy.
Huh? One more story. Okay.
Yes.
Abraham. Say Abraham.
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 One day, God appeared to a man called Abraham. Uy, you put down your feet. Hindi na maklaro. Sige na. You listen. Look at my finger. Abraham.
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 Ayaw gilit. I told you, dili i-liuk-liuk yung feet. Tarong diha, bi. Ana, ayaw pag-liuk sa yung kwan. You listen to mama. One day, you listen to mama. One day, God appeared to a man called Noah. Abraham lagi. One day, God appeared to a man called louder. One day, God appeared to a man called look at my feet. Very good. Look at the sky, God told him. Count the stars. That will be the number of your children's children. God then told Abraham that he must leave his home and made with his relations and his wife Sarah to a country called Canaan. There Abraham would start his family. But Abraham and Sarah had no children. Sarah had believed she could never have been children. Sarah believed she could never have children. She had pleaded with Abraham to take her maid's servant Hagar as a wife, so that he might have a son. Both Hagar and Abraham knew that this was what Sarah wanted, so they agreed. Listen to mama. Hinahapit na ni. One day, Marga. Sige na, hapit na niyo. One day, an angel, listen to mama. Ay ka, kuha na ni siya. Uy, Hearty, man ni siya. Listen to mama. One day, an angel appeared to Hagar. You must call your son Ismael, said the angel. Now you can return to Sarah. Ismael yung pangalan. 3 years after the birth of Ismael, God appeared once more to Abraham. Sarah will have a son. God told him, he will become the leader. He will become the leader of a great people. Abraham was surprised. Both he and Sarah were very old. 3 men sent by God told Abraham that his son's name would be Isaac. Abraham was 100 years old when Isaac was born. Some years later, God told Abraham to sacrifice his much loved son Isaac. This was to test Abraham's faith. Obediently, Abraham built a wooden altar and took a knife. He just as he about to kill Isaac. He heard God's voice. God said, "Stop, Abraham. Do you not lay a hand on your son? I can see how much you have loved obey your God. I shall bless you, your children and your children's children." Then Abraham saw a ram with its horns caught in the bushes. He offered the ram to God instead of Isaac, his son. The years passed, Abraham became older and his wife Sarah died. One day, Abraham called his most faithful servant to go into other lands to find a wife for his son Isaac. He gave the servant money and camels for the long journey. Hi, I'm so sleepy na. O lagi, kuan lang, end of story lang aning about ni Abraham. The servant prayed to God for a sign so that asa naman ka na? Balik diri. Na look at your feet. Mako na sa na ang kuan ron ko. So that he would know the right wife for Isaac. Just then, he saw a lovely girl with a pitcher of water. She gave him water for himself and his camels. Look at the camel, not dali. Look at the camel. Para makakita natin. You see? Tanawa na. Diri. Na. Look at the camel. This is the camel. Very big. The servant thought that she must be the wife of God's chosen. Last name. The girl's name was Rebecca. Ano sa'yo name sa girl?
Children.
Paminaw lagi ni Mama, you listen. The girl's name was Rebecca. What is the name of the girl?
Rebecca.
Very good. Abraham's servants hurried to her house to explain to her parents who he was and why he was there. They all agreed that Rebecca could marry Isaac. As Rebecca and the servant neared Abraham's home, a handsome young man came to meet them. Rebecca asked who this was. The servant said it was Isaac. They fell in love from that moment. Diba? They fell in love from that moment. Rebecca and Isaac. So end of story. That was all about. The story was all about Abraham, Noah and his family, and God creates heaven and earth. Okay. Story na to, guys. Guys, it's end of story. Nag-read lang pero ang isa ambot na mina baka namina raman siya. It's time to sleep. It's milk time na.
Yeah, patataod.
Tagtaon? Wala pa kagido ka. Look at the face of Mama. Dali. It's so sleepy na. Sleepy face na. Murag wala pa siya plano matulog guys. Ako duka na kay. Ako na ang giduka sa story. Murag makauna siya kog tulog niya.
Ayaw patulog.
Dili pa ako matulog. Sige na, you say thank you for listening, guys.
Thank you, sir.
Taro nga og storya. Thank you for listening the story of my
Ellie.
mama.
Mama.
Kisa dahil nag-story nimo. Kisa day nag-read og
Ellie.
kisa man nag-read og story si
Mama.
kinsa man ang naminaw sa story ni Mama.
Ellie.
Naminaw si Ellie.
Yeah.
Sige, kung naminaw ka na, question si Mama.
Yes.
The story was all about
Me now.
naminaw. The story ba nga giread ni Mama was all about
Is a perfect valid.
listen ba. The story was all about Noah
Noah
and
and
his
his
family.
family.
Sunod guys, kang Abraham.
Of Abraham.
Sunod kay God creates heaven and earth.
Yes.
Assignment na nimo ha. O, tomorrow morning ha, mag-ask ko nimo ana ha. Sige na, you say good night. Good night everyone.
Good night.
Good night everyone. Good morning everyone and good afternoon to everyone. Good night. God bless. Thank you for watching our video. Bye.
Bye.
Take care.
Okay.
Flying kiss. Flying kiss.
Thank you.
Shout out first kay Tita Chona
Shout out to the Jonah.
and Bella.
Bella.
I love you. Take care.
I love you. Take care.
You say take care, guys.
Take care, guys. Take care, baby Bella.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye. Good night.